Well, here we are with Dawson and his deer. A nice big 8-pointer, 4x4.
4x4.
Yeah, very nice.
Snuck up right on us. None of us were paying attention.
Yeah.
Dad was on Facebook as always. And I was asleep as always, so it's okay.
And it turned out, we didn't know this until after, but there was it wasn't here before, but a fresh active ground scrape right in front of our brush pine.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get to that, so he was coming from behind us, almost downwind of us, sneaking along, and we're there sitting there half asleep, and all of a sudden he gets within about 10 yards of us, maybe even less, and he jumps and kind of blows a little bit and woke us both up. And he just ran off a little ways. Poor Dawson, it was on his wrong side. Dawson shoots left-handed, and he was way off to Dawson's left.
Pretty much 90 degrees to my left, just about.
Yeah, standing there with his butt to us. And then he walked around behind some trees, and when he was looking away, Dawson switches hands with his rifle over to the right hand, and then we watched him stand behind those trees for, I don't know, probably almost 5 minutes.
Yeah,
And he was thinking about what to do because he wanted to go to his ground scrapes. So we were sitting right where Dawson is standing there, and this buck, we didn't know this at the time, but there was this ground scrape right here, right in front of us. And there's never been one right here before. And that buck came from down this little trail right there. And he literally came right to in front of us here, right about there. And we were both half asleep, looking the other way a little bit, thinking about other things. And he busted us, and blew a little bit, and snorted and ran just over there around behind these trees. And we were fortunate enough that he must have wanted to come here real bad, because he didn't take off and run away. He just went around behind there and finally decided and came out through there in the open a little bit. So we arrived at our spot at about 7:30 in the morning, about 15 minutes before legal shooting time. It's still quite dark. We had quite an interesting morning. About just before 8 a.m., we had a small buck come to the bait right away. Saw us right away, grunted at us a couple of times, walked towards us some, and then tried to make a escape away. Dawson took aim at him, got a bit of chance to shoot at him, and had realized his scope was cranked up to 9 power. There were a couple trees in the way, so it was kind of a heartbreaking moment for him, but you can just watch it here in a second. So the deer is kind of behind that big pine tree back there about 20 yards, and also then he kind of steps out here, and Dawson probably could have shot him there, but his scope was on 9 power, so all he saw was a bunch of fur, and then the deer bounded away. So we sat for about an hour and a half. About 9:30 in the morning, unknowing to us, a larger deer approached us from behind and to the left, and we were not really paying attention, looking in front of us, and he got about 8 yards from us, snorted and bounded off about 10 yards and stood there looking at us for quite a while. I really wanted to get my camera out and video it. It would have been spectacular, but I didn't want to scare him away, so I waited until he ran around behind some trees a little bit, and then the video takes off here. So the deer came to us from the left of the screen here, and then he bounded off just to the left of those spruce trees and stood there for a while. And then finally he walked around. You can see him in behind that larger spruce tree there, just trying to figure out what to do. Now Dawson shoots left-handed, and this is way off to the left, which is not ideal. So as he was walking around behind there, Dawson took his rifle and switched over to his other hand, which he has practiced a little bit before, although his eyes are naturally left. Anyways, the deer, he's just sitting there trying to figure out what to do. He wants to, we didn't know this till after, but he wants to come to some ground scrapes that are in front of us and kind of behind us to the right. And he's trying to figure out how to get there. He knows we're there. And he eventually kind of decides to come to the right. And you can see him moving to the right here. And then I think he kind of comes back to the left a bit. And you can catch little glimpses of him through the bush here and there. There he is again, coming back to the left. He's looking at us, trying to figure out how to get over there. And eventually he decides, yeah, I gotta go to the right. And he walks out in front of Dawson, and here he comes. Did you get him?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Did you know he was there?
No, I was asleep.
I was kind of too, and all of a sudden he made that noise, and I just scared the, oh my goodness. Wow. Good job, Dawson. Wow, look at that, Dawson. 4x4, I think. I said that last year, I know, and I was wrong, and then I felt bad. She was like, oh, 4x4, no, 5x5. Oh, 5x4, and then no 5x5, Dad. Oh, yeah. No, he's pretty nice. It was very nice. It was just an all-out great day to be out hunting in the woods. So thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video.